Selling in Japan? Here's what you need to know about consumption tax rules. Hi, I'm Richard Kupchak, co-founder and CEO of Safari Star. In this video, we'll be looking at the key consumption tax requirements in Japan. When it was introduced, who needs to register, the standard rates, the registration process, and the risks of non-compliance. Japan introduced consumption tax JCT in 1989, replacing the earlier indirect taxes. The standard JCT rate is 10%. A reduced rate of 8% applies to food and beverages, excluding alcohol and restaurant meals, and newspaper subscriptions. Exports of goods and certain international services are zero rated. Japanese businesses must register if their taxable sales exceed 10 million Japanese yen in either the base period, which is 2 years prior, or the first half of the previous year. Non-resident businesses, if you sell goods stored in Japan, for example through Amazon Japan FBA warehouse, you are considered to be making domestic supplies and must register for JCT immediately. There is no threshold. If you provide digital or electronic services, such as streaming, software, apps, or online platforms to Japanese consumers, you must also register for JCT. If you sell goods cross-border and ship directly from overseas without storing them in Japan, then these sales are typically treated as imports, and the consumer is responsible for the JCT at customs, so you may not need to register in this case. Since October 2023, Japan requires all JCT-registered businesses to join the Qualified Invoice System. Only businesses registered as qualified invoice issuers can issue invoices that allow consumers to claim input tax credits. This is especially important for Amazon, Rakuten, and other platforms. If you're not registered as a qualified invoice issuer, your B2B buyers may not be able to reclaim JCT, which could make your listings less attractive. When it comes to fiscal representatives, non-resident businesses must appoint a tax agent in Japan to handle their JCT registration, filing, and communication with the National Tax Agency, the NTA. This is mandatory and ensures compliance with local tax rules. To register for JCT, you will typically need the following documents: your business incorporation documents, proof of trading activity, such as Amazon, Japanese seller account, contracts, invoices, your identification of directors or business owners, and appointment of the Japanese tax agent. Registration is handled by the National Tax Agency, the NTA, and typically takes 2 to 4 weeks to complete. Once approved, you'll receive your JCT registration number. When it comes to filing and compliance, JCT returns are generally filed annually, though larger businesses may be required to file quarterly. Returns and payments are submitted electronically via the NTA's e-tax portal. Businesses registered under the Qualified Invoicing System must issue compliant invoices for all taxable transactions. Failure to register can lead to backdated JCT liabilities, penalties, and interest charges. If you sell through Amazon or Rakuten without proper JCT registration, your account may be suspended as platforms are increasingly monitoring compliance. Non-compliance with the Qualified Invoicing System means business buyers cannot reclaim JCT, which may reduce your competitiveness. So to recap, Japan applies consumption tax at 10% with an 8% reduced rate on essentials. Domestic businesses must register once their sales exceed 10 million Japanese yen. Non-resident businesses must register immediately if storing goods in Japan, such as Amazon FBA warehouse, or providing digital services. From October 2023, all JCT-registered businesses must comply with the Qualified Invoicing System. Thank you for watching this video. If you found the content useful, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more updates on VAT and international compliance.